Let me ask you something that might hit a little too close. When was the last time your mind was truly quiet? Not distracted, not occupied, quiet. Because for a lot of people, the problem isn't that life is too loud. It's that their thoughts never stop. You think about conversations after they end. You replay decisions that already happened. You imagine futures that haven't arrived yet. You even second guess choices you haven't even made yet. And the exhausting part is this. You don't feel confused, you feel mentally trapped. Like your mind is working against you instead of working for you. So the question isn't, why do I think so much? The real question is, how do I stop overthinking everything when my mind never feels safe enough to rest? If that question feels personal, stay with me. Because overthinking is not a personality flaw, it's just a response. And once you understand what it is responding to, you stop fighting your mind and start reclaiming it. Most people think overthinking means I think too much. That's not accurate. Overthinking means your mind doesn't trust silence. It doesn't trust pause. It doesn't trust stillness. It doesn't trust uncertainty. So it fills every gap with analysis. Overthinking isn't excess intelligence, it's excess alertness. Your mind is trying to protect you from regret, protect you from embarrassment, protect you from failure, protect you from making the wrong move. The problem is, what once protected you is now exhausting you. But this didn't happen in a vacuum though. It didn't happen in a vacuum. We live in a time where every decision feels permanent. Every mistake feels visible. Every choice feels judged. And we're told to choose wisely, to optimize our lives. Don't mess this up. Just make sure things are working. So your mind responds by scanning everything. Every word you say, every email you send, every decision you consider. And eventually, you stop trusting instinct. You start trusting analysis. But analysis without rest becomes noise. That's when people say things like, I can't shut my brain off. Overthinking doesn't just drain energy. It steals peace. It steals confidence. It steals presence. It steals momentum. You find yourself hesitating more. You delay decisions. You doubt yourself even start choosing. And slowly something deeper erodes. Self-trust. You stop believing you'll be okay even if things don't go perfectly. So your mind keeps running scenarios, hoping one more thought will make you safe. It never does. But you see, telling an overthinker to stop thinking is like telling someone drowning to relax. It definitely missed the point. Overthinking isn't a thinking problem, it's a safety problem. Your mind keeps working because it doesn't feel secure enough to stop. So the solution is not silence, the solution is grounding. Let's talk about what truly helps. Number one, reduce the number of open loops. Overthinking feeds on unfinished businesses, unspoken thoughts, unmade decisions, unclear boundaries. Clarity quietens the mind. Not perfect clarity, enough clarity will quieten the mind. Number two, stop asking unanswerable questions. Overthinking thrives on questions like, What if everything goes wrong? What if I regret this? What if I choose wrong? Replace those with, what's the next responsible step? What can I control today? Your mind calms when the question becomes actionable. Number 3, rebuild trust in your ability to recover. Most overthinkers aren't afraid of failure. No, they're afraid they won't recover from failure. When you remind yourself, I've handled hard things before, your mind loosens its grip. And here's a truth that changes the relationship with your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're the one noticing your thoughts. Thoughts are information, not instructions. You don't need to obey every thought to stay safe. No. What you need is discernment. And discernment comes from being still, not from analysis. Calm isn't the absence of thoughts, it's the presence of trust. You trust that you can handle uncertainty. You don't need to pre-solve everything. You adjust as life unfolds. Overthinking fades when you stop trying to control outcomes and start strengthening your ability to respond. Let me leave you with this thought. Your mind isn't broken. It's simply tired. Tired of carrying responsibility it was never meant to hold alone. You don't stop overthinking by forcing your mind to be quiet. You stop overthinking when your inner world finally feels safe enough to rest. That safety comes from clarity, friends. It comes from self-trust and permission to be human. You are human. Be human. You don't need to think your way into peace. You need to trust your way into peace. And when that happens, your mind doesn't disappear. No, it finally becomes your ally again. Thank you for sticking with us in this journey of growth. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for engaging with our videos. Thank you for your comments. We read them, we respond to them. Thank you so much for the shares. If you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly do so that you know when next we drop in a video. Thank you so much. This is Matt Miller signing out. Bye.